So Medical Research South has been around since 2001, so roughly 17 years. We are located in West Ashley off of Tobias Gadsden Boulevard. If you're familiar with that area, it's right next to Social Security in West Ashley. But we do all types of different clinical trials. We're an independent research site, so we're not affiliated with MUSC or any of the local hospitals. I know a lot of people get that confused because of our name, but we have all types of different trials going on right now. Type 2 diabetes, we have several of those, a fatty liver study. We do pediatric studies as well. We have an ADHD and infant formula study. And then basically anything that Lindsay comes across.
Why don't you speak on that, kind of what you're searching for when you're looking for a particular study?
Yeah, so basically I kind of have to know the patients that are going to be available here in Charleston, South Carolina. Heavy diabetics, type 2 diabetes, unfortunately that's the case here. And then we also kind of focus on, for the pediatrics, what is available as far as vaccines that are coming up that will benefit your children. We also do vaccines as far as like pneumonia and flu and things that also can't be available to certain patients. It kind of gives them an alternative to having to go to their primary care, and all of our visits, there's no cost to the patient, so therefore it kind of offsets any kind of out-of-pocket cost, and you're also benefiting future studies and medication.
As far as if a patient wants to know if they qualify, they must come in? I mean, they can't go online
Well, if they go online, there's a patient information form that they'll fill out, and that comes directly to me. If based on just reviewing that, just basic information, I'll contact them and then just kind of go over their medical history, what they're telling me, and then if I feel like they're a good fit, I will then request their medical records. We just try to do a thorough pre-screen. We don't want to waste anyone's time coming in if they're not going to fit. So if they pass the basic pre-screen, they'll come in and do an actual screening visit, which most of the time they're going to fit unless some kind of lab value drops them.
Lindsay, what is the purpose for the Bridge the Gap in Medical Research event on April 4th?
Yeah, so we will be hosting an event April 4th starting at 6:30 at the Cooper River Room. The reason that we are hosting this event is because there's a lot of skepticism about medical research. There's a lot of unknown knowledge about what medical research is, how patients can benefit. People are timid when it comes to medical research, so we want to let them know that it's not scary. It's something that the medication you may be taking now, there's a new one coming out on the market, and the way that we get it there, and the quickest way, is for patients to participate.
One of the things that I get when I'm talking to people is they're like, well, I don't want to be a guinea pig, and I hate that term because it's, we wouldn't have any of the medications or devices or, our physicians' knowledge if it weren't for medical research. All of the studies that we take are further along in research, so it's not the beginning stages where we don't know what side effects are, if it's safe. We're much further along, several years into the research process already.
Okay.
Yeah.
And kind of I just kind of wanted
Yeah, I can bounce off that.
Yeah,
basically, yeah, the misconception is that it's like new, first in human kind of medicine. That's not the case. It's typically a medicine you're already taking, but it's been altered to be better. And the reason that you have to do research is so, the FDA approves it and therefore it can go on the market. If we didn't have medical research, people that don't have medications currently that actually are working for them, or that, really can't find a good combination for certain things, that's the reason that the medication we're working with, we're doing what we do. And a lot of times it's flu vaccines that last year's strand that didn't work, it's this year's strand, and you kind of almost get an advancement on it because they've already done the research behind it, and that's you're getting the first option to that.